next guest earned more than 2.2 billion views on YouTube the old-fashioned way by squeezing lumps on the human body until they explode. The season finale of her show, Dr. Pimple Popper, airs tomorrow night on TLC. Please welcome the Queen of Pop, Dr. Sandra Lee. This has got to be weird, right? That you're now famous for popping pimples.
I'm sure I'm the first one on your show who's been here because of pimple popping.
Probably.
It's ridiculous. I did not even imagine this 5 years ago.
How did you become Dr. Pimple Popper?
4 years ago, I started an Instagram page because I'm a dermatologist, and I wanted to show a little window into my world. And early on, I put up a blackhead extraction video, and it got a noticeable increase in interest.
People love to watch blackheads be extracted.
But I thought that was weird. I didn't know what that was.
Oh, you did?
That's really strange. Let me do it again. I did it again, and it happened again. And through that, I found that there was this subculture on the internet of people who were like sharing popping videos, but they were all, you know, beer cans and dirty fingernails and dogs barking like in the garage.
That's how I do it. Yeah.
I thought I could be their queen.
You did.
Like I could do this.
And you have been crowned their queen.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then somehow. What happened to you as a kid? What went wrong in your life that led you to this?
You know, my dad's a dermatologist.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like you just kind of get used to it. I was just immune to it because I would see books with people with growths, and it just wouldn't bother me.
Like when you're extracting, or however you want, whatever you want to call it. First of all, are you wearing a motorcycle helmet at all?
Almost, pretty much. I wear a definite splash mask. I wear gloves. If I do that, I'm good. Because if it gets in your hair, it's sort of like a campfire. You know, you smell it in your hair for the rest of the day. It's there. So you have to take a shower. Yeah. You turn your head and you get like a little whiff. So
you make s'mores all of a sudden.
It's gross. It's gross.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't get grossed out because it's really important to me that my patients don't feel uncomfortable. You know, that they know that this is a normal thing, and I'm not going to like say, oh my God, this is disgusting, or this stinks, or oops, or anything like that.
I would want to see it. That would be my.
Oh, everyone wants to hold it. People want to see what they have, and I think that's sort of taking claim, like you have control of it after.
I think it's weird, like like when you have like a body part, like I had my appendix removed, right? And I was like, at the end of it, I was like, okay. Well, it's mine. I want it.
But I think you can't keep that in your freezer. Someone's going to accidentally take it out.
I can find a place. I'd probably put it in, like, my brother's freezer or something. But you're not just doing pimples. You're doing, like, mounds and extra appendages. Like, a guy with...
It's much more than pimples, And it's cysts. It's lipomas. It all started with anything that pops out of the skin. So all of these sorts of things do, and it's just like they're quite amazing. They're quite big growths, but you can do all this under local anesthesia too in the office, and the risk is lower, and it's just such a gratifying thing, I think, for these patients.
Yeah, the people that come in, most of them seem to be kind of like sad people, or they're
and that's something that I think the TLC show really shows, is that at least it gets to show me what these people have to go through. I don't think I see that. I take off a growth and then they're sent on their way. I never see how it affects them later. And it's really been really wonderful to watch this and to see it from their perspective.
You see their personal growth as a result of removing.
Yes, exactly.
That's lovely. And, like, do you have, like, a dream? Like, is there something, like, do you ever look at, like...
A pimple popping take over the world? You mean that kind of thing?
Or, like, do you look at, like, maybe my dream is to pop a zit on the president's back or anything like that? Or,
No, I don't. It's whatever comes in the door. I mean, I don't want something really crazy because it's stressful, too. You want to make sure people are taken care of.
But for the show, you have to have some great stuff, right?
Yes, we do. And we have some pretty amazing things. I mean, cysts the size of softballs, You know, like lipomas the size of like basketballs.
What is a lipoma?
A lipoma is a benign fatty growth under the skin. It's sort of like fat cells just grow together and create their own little utopia, you know, under the skin.
And then it's like could you can like, it moves?
Yeah, it moves independently. It really looks a lot like a chicken breast when you take it out.
Really?
Yeah, and in fact, I just got a tweet the other day from this woman whose daughter, like she's 7 years old, and she's going to dress up as Dr. Pimple Popper for Halloween. She's going to carry around a chicken breast and say it's a lipoma.
What? She's going to get salmonella is what's going to happen.
I think that's awesome.
That'll be great. You got chicken in your candy. What a Halloween costume that is. Is your father delighted that you went into his line of work and have become the world's most famous pimple popper?
You know, when I was doing this about 5 months in, I had a video that went viral on the internet. And that was the first time I told him. I didn't really tell him. I was kind of a little bit like, I didn't know what was going to be appropriate time to tell him about this. And so I told him at that point, you know, I have a video that went viral. And he's like, really? What kind of video is this? And I said, it's a blackhead extraction video. And he said, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. He thought it was like insane. So actually, what happened is the next day he went to the Apple Store because he had started a YouTube channel and he kind of wanted to maybe make it something. And he said, you know, my daughter has a YouTube channel and I want to see if I can post videos and have them go viral like my daughters have or something. And the young lady who was teaching him said, oh my gosh, I have to show you my favorite YouTube channel. And it was my channel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But he came back to me though. And he came back to me though, and he was serious. He put his hands on my shoulders, and he said, Sandra, you will never have to wait in line at the Apple Store. Like he was so proud of that fact. You know, that was like, you know.
What a beautiful, disgusting story that is. Well, it's great to meet you, Dr. Sandra Lee. Everybody, the season finale of Dr. Pimple Popper. God only knows what they have planned for this. It's tomorrow night at TLC, and you've been renewed for a second season of popping. So, we're out of churches.